Hello, hi everyone. So let me check if I'm live if on the platforms. Okay, hi everyone. Hi on YouTube, hi on LinkedIn. Okay, today we are going to discuss the detailed course content of CCNA CCNP today. Okay, so my name is Atul and welcome all of you to Networkings. So let's start. Okay, so let me give a quick introduction about networkings. So we provide online IT trainings in India and outside India also, and almost we teach almost 10,000 candidates every year. Okay, and also we have more than 35 plus training programs, and we help you to become network engineer, firewall engineers. You can become cyber security engineer, cloud security engineers, and very soon we are going to start our DevOps program also. Okay, so this is me. I'm the founder and also educator at Networkings, and I got around 12 years of industry experience. And I started this YouTube channel in 2012 or 13 approx. Okay, from last 10 years, we are delivering content on YouTube as well. We are teaching the live doubt trainings as well. Okay, so our vision is to help also like almost 1 million people in IT in next 3 years so that we can upgrade their careers, and we can also help people who want to start their careers. Okay, so we have almost 30 plus engineers who are teaching with us, and we provide lab access with almost every courses. And not just this, we also help people in guidance also. Sometimes technical sessions are not enough, so we give English trainings. We also provide career guidance also in during the classes, so that we can give the right guidance to people and they can start their career. Okay, so this session is, first of all, let me tell you what is CCNA CCNP. Okay, and why people should go for this certification. Okay, so let me draw a diagram. Okay, so in companies, uh, so hello everyone, so I've already written here. So normally, like when it comes to the normal companies, they are called enterprise companies. Okay, which companies? Enterprise. And there are companies which are called service provider companies. Okay, I'm talking about networking. Okay, so enterprise companies are now two categories. One is called product based company, okay, which make products like Apple, Samsung. All these are product based companies. And there are service based companies who provide services. Okay, so like TCS, Wipro, okay, HCL. So these are service based companies. So they are taking projects from different big companies or from maybe product companies, and they are working, they are hiring people for different IT roles. Okay, product based companies are like the big companies. Okay, like maybe you can call like Pepsi, okay, Coke, Coca-Cola, or Nestle, Cadbury. Okay, or these are just normal, you can say they are product based companies. Any company who create their products, they are called product based. And any company who is not having any product but they are supporting other companies, so they are called service based products. Okay, service based companies. Okay, like for example, like all the airports, okay, mostly in India, so most of their projects are taken by Wipro. Okay, like if you talk about the banking sector, all the banking sector of India is all, mostly all their projects are on to the TCS and to the HCLs. Okay, so Infosys also have a lot of projects. So mostly these are called service based companies. Okay, and product based company could be anything like Apple, Samsung, okay, any company. Okay, and service provider companies are who provides internet like Airtel. Okay, so Geo, Vodafone. Okay, so mostly these companies, or like international players are also there in India, like Colt is there. Okay, AT&T is there. Okay, Sprint is there, Level 3 is there. Okay, and we have other companies also. Okay, so you can just search the top service providers in the world, and 70-80% are already having offices in India. Many people they do know. Okay, so this is what we call like enterprise service, and these are the companies. So what they need, so they have different locations. Like if you talk about TCS, so maybe they have more than 50 plus offices in India. Okay, maybe Wipro also have maybe 30 plus offices in India. Okay, and HCL also have maybe suppose 30 plus, or globally they have maybe 50 plus also. Okay, I'm just taking an example. Okay, I don't know the exact figure because they are good MNCs. Okay, MNC is called multinational companies. Okay, so now these companies, or even the product based companies, also the service provider companies, so they need IT people, right? So this is specific to the normal IT. I'm audible, guys, please say yes in the chat. Hello, hello. Okay, I can see your comments. Okay, hi everyone. Okay, so coming back to the thing. Okay, so TCS, Wipro, HCL, and all. So everyone needs IT, guys. Okay, and now in IT, so there are two kind of jobs available in the market. One is called like IT, for example, like the software vertical, where companies are hiring software engineers and all. Okay, there is another vertical in every company that is called IT infrastructure. Okay, so that's another is IT infra. Okay, so this is called IT infrastructure. So in IT infrastructure, there are different type of jobs like Linux engineers. Okay, Linux administrator who manages Linux servers. Okay, we have Windows administrator, those who manage Windows administrator, Windows servers already. Okay, so we have network engineers who manages routers, switches, firewalls, all these things. Okay, and we have cyber security engineers who manage the security for the company. And nowadays we have new roles. New roles means cloud engineers. Okay, who manages their cloud deployments. Okay, cloud security engineers who protect their company networks on the cloud. So there are different roles in IT infrastructure. Even the jobs, if anybody is already a desktop engineer who manages, who help people to install their email accounts and all, or so these are also under this category, which, or this vertical, which is called IT infrastructure. So this is all about IT infra. So every company needs IT infrastructure, guys. And now in IT infrastructure, so if you talk about any company, okay, so in all IT companies, most of them, they have the devices called routers. Okay, mostly suppose if TCS has around 50 offices in India, so every office looks like this. Okay, not exactly, I'm just trying to create the real design so that you understand. Okay, so in every office of TCS, or in any office, in any enterprise, any company, even in colleges, university, everywhere, okay, mostly companies are using like two routers. Okay, and after that mostly they have like switches like this. Okay, and then these switches are further connected to some small switches. Okay, so these are access switches. So now these all switches, okay, switch means where we connect a lot of computers. Okay, so maybe these three switches are on ground floor. Okay, maybe these 3 4 switches are on the second floor, and maybe these 3 4 switches are on the second floor of the building. Because when if you have seen any big company, so they have two floors, three floors in the company. Okay, so now all these four ground floor switches, okay, so this is first floor switch, this is second floor. Okay, so all these switches are connected to these high end switches. Okay, like this. Okay, so maybe you can connect these cables also. Okay, so I'm just trying to create the design so that, and all switches have multiple links, because if one cable fails or one main device fail, you can still go from other side. Okay, means This is what we call redundancy. Okay, so we'll discuss technically later on. Okay, and all these companies have like a lot of computers, obviously. Okay, so computers, servers, anything. Okay, so these computers are connected with wire, and also sometimes company allocate access point like Wi-Fi devices in the company or college, so that people can connect wirelessly to the system. Okay, but wireless device which is called access point, so that also connected to a switch, so that all the computers in the company can connect to this. Okay, and these are devices, so these devices which connect computer 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so all these computers are connected to the access switches. Okay, they are called like normal switches. Okay, they do not have too many features, but definitely it is also a good device. Okay, we can configure a lot of things like VLAN and all. And these devices are, you can call them core switches or distribution switches. Okay, as of now you can say that it is layer 3 switch also some people call. So what is the difference between this device? Okay, ये वाला switch में और नीचे वाले switch में क्या difference है? So what's the difference between this and this? So you can say about the features, and they are little costly, and they are created for something which is called inter VLAN. Okay, we'll discuss that later on. Okay, then these switches are then connected to routers, and nowadays people need security, they can put a firewall also. Okay, so they do not need a router, they can replace with it a firewall if it is a good firewall, or companies can connect a firewall here also. Okay, so that, so why we need this device which is called firewall? So that companies are connected to internet, right? And why we have two routers? So that if one side internet goes down, we can still go from another ISP. So ISP is internet service provider. Okay. So now, so this is the scenario. This is maybe you have taken this connection from Airtel. Okay, so maybe this is Airtel, and this internet connection maybe you have taken from AT&T, which is also like good service provider. Okay, so this is like most of the companies have this kind of scenario. Okay, so now in companies, if they have servers, okay, so obviously these servers, if they are Linux servers, they are managed by Linux engineers. Okay, if they in the company, if you have Windows servers, which like you install Active Directory and all, these are called Windows engineers or Windows administrators. Okay. Okay, but if you see this design, so the person who is going to connect this router, and if any problem comes, if this link goes down, okay, so suppose your internet traffic is going from this path, तो अगर आपका पूरा internet इस side से जा रहा है, if all of your traffic is going from, suppose this is Delhi router 1, okay, so let's call this is router 1, okay, let's call this is router 2. So if your traffic is going from router 1, okay, from Airtel internet, if Airtel connection is goes down, you want that this traffic will automatically shift to ISP. Okay, so there are various technologies you have to learn. Okay, and these all technologies, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about these things. Okay, so first of all, when you want to learn all this thing, okay, and once you learn everything about here, okay, so you are going to become a network engineer. Okay, like in companies, these switches are also connected together. Okay, so let's understand from very basic perspective how you should understand how you will become a network engineer, and so that you can configure these type of network designs in your company, and you can help a company to troubleshoot issue. Okay, so if any error comes, you will be going to resolve these issues. Okay, so when we see the CCNA syllabus, okay, so there are two certifications in the market which is very popular. One is called CCNA, okay, to learn just the basic networking fundamentals, and there is an advanced level which is called professional. So CCNA stand for Cisco Certified Network Associate, and CCNP stand for Cisco Certified Network Professional. Okay, and this CCNP I am today talking about enterprise, because this is the design of an enterprise company. Okay, so I told you like 80-90% of the companies are called enterprise. So whether it is a product based company, whether it is a service based company, okay, but this is not a service provider network. So service provider network like AT&T or Airtel, they are using some different designs, okay, which we can discuss maybe on another session, okay. So today we are discussing about CCNA and CCNP enterprise, okay. And if I show you, okay, we will see one by one each topic and we will try to relate with the industry design. So are you guys with me? Just say yes in the chat, because this is nobody has delivered the course content in such detail till now, and this is why I'm creating this. Okay, so are you guys ready to understand CCNA syllabus? Because if you just read the content, okay, anybody can send you this brochure, okay, yeah, this is what we are going to cover, but if you don't know what exactly you are going to cover, so then there is no logic, right? Okay, yeah, this is the syllabus. So exactly आज हम क्या करने वाले हैं, सिलेबस को इंडस्ट्री के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से समझेंगे कि यार ये क्यों पढ़ना जरूरी है हमें. Okay, so this is what we are going to cover. We will understand these things and we'll see how this is related to the industry. Okay, so so this session is recorded. You can get the recording on our YouTube channel also. Okay, hopefully. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is the brochure of CCNA CCNP. Okay, so we are going to discuss today CCNA because this is so let's see the first thing. So here in the first, you can directly see the Cisco also. Okay, because our syllabus is only Cisco syllabus. So the first section says, तो पहला point क्या है? The first section says that you need to understand the role and function of network components. Okay, like router, switches, and all. And the second thing, you need to understand the design. This is called architecture. And then we will discuss about compare TCP UDP. Let's see. So सबसे पहले हम network. So let's see the network components. So first, what Cisco is saying in CCNA, that every one of you need to understand what is the function of the device. Okay, so why this device is connected here? So what is this device? What is the use of switch? Okay, so it means you need to understand what is switch. You need to understand what is router. You need to understand what is server. Okay, you need to understand what is firewall. Okay, and you need to understand some what is load balancer. So means network devices, you need to understand the basic idea what is the role of this network device. So if anybody can ask you, okay, tell me what is the role of this router here, so why we need to have this device here, तो ये device हमें यहाँ क्यों लगाना पड़ रहा है, why we have to add this device here, why we need a firewall here. Okay, so means you need to understand the basic operation of these devices. Okay, and this is what we are going to learn in CCNA. Okay, means we are going to understand the role and function of the network components. After that, there is written over here network topology architecture. Okay, so there is some wording here. If you see 2 tier, 3 tier something, or maybe spine leaf, WAN, or SOHO, on premises and cloud. So what is this? So when you see like Cisco has two design, तो Cisco के दो design है. So one is called 2 tier architecture and one is called 3 tier architecture. Okay, you can design your company network according to your need. Okay, so if you see this picture, अगर आप इस picture को देखें यहाँ पे, okay, so just hold on. Okay, so I'll go to my. Okay, so you can see this picture. So what do you see here? So there are two type of designs. Okay, so I can't write now because else I will lose my. Okay, so you can see here. So just there are some devices. Okay, so what do you see? There are two layers. Can you see there are one extra layer here? So in a big company, we need 3 tier architecture. Okay, in a normal companies, we need 2 tier architectures. Okay, so if you see this design, okay, so this is like normal company design where you need normal switches and you need some advanced switches, and on top of that you will connect them with the router, and the router then connect with the internet. Okay, so this is two-tier architecture. And in a big company, suppose you work for a very, very big company, they need three-tier architecture. Okay, where you need access switches, then on top of that distribution, and then all distribution are then connected to core layer. Okay, normally this type of design, three-tier architecture is required when you have a lot of branches. Okay, you can see this design. तो इस पिक्चर में आपको दिख रहा है. So you see, we have branch A office. We have two-tier architecture in the branch A. Then in branch B, suppose this is Delhi, this is Mumbai, this is Chennai. So all the branches have two-tier architecture. And on top of that, there are another one layer, because all branches then will be connected with the core devices. And then core devices then further connected to router, firewalls and all. So this is the design of three-tier architecture. Okay. So in many companies, you just see two-tier architecture. In many companies, you see three-tier architecture. Okay. So Risha, we are just discussing the course content. Okay. That what you should know as a CCNA, CCNP candidate. Okay, so after that, you can see spine leaf. So what is this spine leaf? So in a data center technology, because this is normal company, okay, normal company networks. But when you go to data center, like there is a company, if you know AWS. So AWS has a data center, right? So they have a lot of servers, right? And you can buy these servers on rent on that's called cloud. When you buy the servers on rent, that is called cloud, right? You need some space, 4 GB, 8 GB. Okay, but actually they are physical locations. Okay, you are maybe taking the space in the cloud of AWS, or maybe like as Microsoft Azure, or maybe from Google. So these are called data centers. And these data centers then, they also have the network, right? Because the servers are connected with, again, switches. Okay, so in data center technology, in the data center networks, we use some special devices. They are also similar kind of switch. तो ये भी बिल्कुल वैसी हैं जैसे normally they are like the normal switches, but they are little advanced. Okay, for example, so when you start your career in CCNA, CCNP, you are going to learn the normal switching. Okay, like you see that you are going to configure these devices. Okay, you are going to configure maybe these devices. Okay, so normally we are going to do the practicals on these kind of devices. Okay, these kind of things you have to configure. But in the data center environment, you have to configure some advanced devices, which is like nexus switch. Okay, so these are nexus switches. Okay, the bigger ones, the size is very big. Okay, so this is also one of the nexus switches. Okay, means they are more powerful, they have more features, they can send a lot of data. Okay, the throughput is too high. Okay, and so when you place these devices in the data center, so you need to manage these data centers. Okay, so the design of that data center, you can say like two-tier or three-tier, is called spine leaf. Okay, so in simple words, in the second section, we understand the designs of the companies. Okay, like what should be the WAN design. So what is SOHO? Small office, home office. Okay, so whenever you configure a small office, suppose a company with only 10 employees, a startup with 10 employees. Okay, so अगर 10 बंदों की कंपनी है, समझ लो स्टार्टअप है कोई. Okay, maybe the company from Shark Tank. Okay, so these networks are called SOHO networks. Okay, SOHO network is basically like even if your home network is also called SOHO. Okay, maybe if you see the cyber cafe nowadays, maybe they have one internet connection, 4 or 5 computers are connected. So these type of designs are called SOHO. Okay, where you need one router, maybe 3 or 4 computers. If you go to any small offices in your city, so you see this type of design normally. So maybe they have 4 or 5 computers. Okay, the best example of SOHO is CA office. तो आप किसी भी CA के ऑफिस में जाओ. Okay, so normally CA offices are not so big. Normally they have 5, 7 employees. Okay, the CA sitting in the cabin. Okay, so normally you see this type of design in cyber cafes, CA offices. Okay, or normal startup companies or normal software development companies. So maybe they need 4 or 5 computers. They have Wi-Fi. They have printer attached. And these type of designs are called small office, home office. So it means the first two chapters will give you the introduction of networking, how the devices are going to connect, what kind of devices you need to add. But in the first two sections, you are not going to configure. तो ये बनाना नहीं सीखेंगे. We are just going to understand. You can read here. You will learn about the roles and you will understand the characteristics. Okay, so you need to read the syllabus properly, because some people think that they need to go in too much detail. No, Cisco CCNA content is only asking you to understand the characteristics, understand the concept. Okay, after that, now what is this TCP UDP? Okay, so now I'm talking to you. So this, there are two protocols in the world today. Okay, one is called TCP, one is called UDP. So we are going to learn too much about this. So I'm just taking an example today. Okay, like when you access internet. Okay, suppose if I go to this website nwkings.com. Okay, this is our website. Okay, you can always connect with us. Okay, so this website, what do you see here? So this website is actually having one protocol here, HTTPS. Can you see that on the top, HTTPS, right? So there are some protocols which are under the category of TCP. Okay, so like you can say TCP and UDP are the king and queen, okay, of the networking. Okay, so they are the main biggest protocol on internet. Okay, mostly all website services, internet services are on TCP. Okay, that is the full form of TCP is Transmission Control Protocol. Okay, so today I can't discuss in detail because this is like an introduction session. But yes, we spend a lot of time on learning TCP and UDP. So the best example of UDP, when you access, when you attend a live session. Suppose you attend a Zoom meeting. Okay, so TCP applications. If you search here TCP application, so you see a lot of protocols like DHCP, okay, DNS, HTTP. Okay, so these are TCP IP applications. Normally, DHCP comes under UDP, so it's a little wrong. So you can see here. So कुछ चीजें हमारी TCP पे चलती हैं. Okay, so TCP is reliable and UDP is not reliable. Okay, that's why we send all the internet calling on UDP. Okay, so which we can discuss later on, but this is like almost you have to learn TCP UDP in detail so that you can crack interviews. Why? Let me show you. If you just go to any job portal today and if you just type here TCP UDP, or maybe just type here TCP IP, okay, comma TCP UDP. Okay, so this topic is almost asked in most of the jobs. You can see here 4200 jobs, and in the 4200 jobs are asking about TCP UDP. So I'm just telling you that it is one of the most important topic for IT engineers, for even for software developers also. Okay, so you can see senior network. Even if you have 8 years experience in IT networking, still you have to understand the TCP IP model, because companies always take interview from the beginning level. Okay, if you have 8 years experience, do not be in the zone that you need to just learn the advanced concept. No, if you have 7 years, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, you need to understand the basics in much detail. So you can see looking for senior network engineer, but these are the topics what we learn in CCNA first 3-4 chapters. Okay, so and then we understand about IP addressing, how we give IP address to computers. Okay, like I'm using Apple laptop right now. Okay, suppose if I want to give IP address to this machine, how I'm going to give the IP to this machine. Okay, what is this IP address? Okay, what is public IP address? What type of IP address is available in the market? Okay, so it is full-fledged chapter of IP addressing. Okay, and okay, and after that, so yeah, so my new batch is coming for CCNA CCNP. So the days are mentioned below. So I'll discuss that thing later on. Okay. Okay. So we are going to learn about IPv6 also. That whatever diagram we have seen. So now most of companies are using IPv6 also. Okay, because slowly IP version 4, because what is IP version 4, IPv6? So in the companies today, so normally most of the companies have IPv4, but on the, because we have shortage of IP addresses, अब IPs हमारे खत्म हो चुके हैं, IP version 4 are almost exhausted. Okay, that's why we have to use a new version of IP address, which is called IP version 6. So IP version 4 we are still using, okay, but it is almost depleted. Okay, because to go to internet, you need IP address. Okay, suppose you are getting here 101.1.1.1. Okay, so if you see this 4-digit numbers, or not digits, of 4 groups number, so this is like called IP version 4. Okay, but the IPv6 is a very big address, and now it is almost deployed. Okay, for example, if you take internet connection from Reliance Jio, so most of you are going to get the IP version 6 addresses. If you are a new company, if you want a lot of IP address, you will not get IP version 4. You need to buy the IP version 6 addresses. And these addresses I'm also going to tell you, okay, because I believe that you should understand from the very basic and from in detail. If anybody asks you from where we buy IP addresses, because I have seen people, they have CCNA, CCNP knowledge, but they lack in fundamentals, and they even don't know like from where we should get IP addresses. Okay, so there is a big organization in the world today which is called INA, Internet Assigned Number Authority, and under this IANA we have 5 RIR. Okay, regional internet registry. For every continent we have 5 different groups in the market today, in the world today. Okay, so these are these domains. Okay, so you can see here if it is visible. Yeah, so I hope it is visible. Okay, so we have continent wise. INA has given like 5 RIR. So INA is a parent organization, and then they have divided the continent. Okay, like if you are from India or Asia, then you have to buy addresses. You need to buy public addresses from Appnik. Okay, so means we will go to Appnik direct website. Okay, and so Appnik. Okay, now you can see this is the website of Appnik, which is called Asia Pacific Network Information Center. Okay, so if you are a big company, you need IP addresses. You need to go to get IP. You can see make payment, and this is what we start from the basic. Okay, that people even who learn CCNA from us, okay, so they get these type of either videos or live content. Okay, so that they understand, okay, this is the base. Okay, okay, from here I am getting the IP addresses, because if you know the basic, then you understand the exact picture. Yes. So how, hi sir, can we get clear picture of IP version 4 and old and new devices on? Yes, yes, definitely. Okay, so this is the prices also. Okay, so till time most of you don't know the pricing of IP addresses, but if you need only 256 address, which is like IP address अगर आपको खरीदने हैं, if you want to buy IP addresses, okay, you need to pay annually 1180 Australian dollars, and one there is a sign up fee $500. Okay, so this is the exact cost. But if you take IPv6, you get like 10 times more addresses, because IPv6 is a very big number. So in the same amount, you are only getting 256 address, and you just check to the power of 48, you are getting millions of addresses in the IPv6 today. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, and so this is what we understand from the basic IP addressing. This is the fourth chapter or fourth topic. And then we discuss about different type of addresses available in the IPv6. Because IPv6 has different types. Okay, you need to understand the IPv6 address types also. Okay, like there are some internet IPs, global unicast, link local. Okay, some multicast IP addresses. Okay, so we have different category of IPv6. So in the fourth, fifth chapter, we understand these things. Okay, then we understand about switching. So switching is a general word. So what is the switching? So switching means like when you connect your computers together. Okay, so let me show you. in the labs. Okay, so the people who join our live batches, they get this type of lab access and they can do a lot of practicals 24 by 7. Okay, so suppose if I open any lab. Okay, so let's call maybe switching topics. Yeah. Okay, so now take an example. So this is one of the lab we have. Okay, we have connected 4 devices, 4 switches together. Okay, so we need to learn first of all how these devices run in the company network, and then we need to configure these devices. Okay, we need to understand the theory part first, and then we are going to run these devices on the website directly. You do not have to install anything on your laptop. Okay, during the course. Okay, so if you are joining live. Okay, so this is what we call the latest, almost latest software, like 15 dot versions are called the uh, like most updated versions in the market today. 15 or 16 versions are the most updated. Okay, like optionally, like we also recommend people, because if they are starting their career, they can install this free software. Okay, but uh, like only for like 20-30% of the syllabus, because Packet Tracer is a good software, but it cannot help you to clear all the concept of CCNA CCNP. So it's a very good software for basic CCNA, but to get more in detail, you need to learn a lot of things. Okay, so this is also a good software. If anybody wants to learn maybe any topic, they can do practical on this software also. But again, I'm telling you, uh, on Packet Tracer you can't even do full CCNA. So most of the things you have to do on the latest deployments. Okay, so you can see the switch is ready now. So we have to configure these devices. So what is switching? So when we see in the syllabus, when we say in the when you consult networkings, so most of our counselors say that you are going to learn routing, you are going to learn switching. Okay, so these are the topics. So what we exactly mean by switching? So switching means that we are going to understand how these switches connect with each other and how we are going to configure these devices by some commands. Okay, so this is not programming. What I'm typing right now, this is not programming. We are going to show you how you can give a name to the switches, how we can configure VLANs, okay, or maybe how we can enable routing on a switch, like because routers are capable of routing also, but they are called latest routers. Okay, so these things, what we called configuration, we are going to learn in the switching topic. And here in the 6th chapter, we understand how switch works. Okay, this is not configuration, this is how switch works. And then further that, we understand how these switches configure. This is what I have shown you right now. And then in these devices, like if I show you, like if I connect a 4 switches together. Okay, so what happen in the industry, let me show you. So when you connect all switches together, okay, so what happens, like one of the cable port goes down. Okay, so suppose we connected the switches, and now if you zoom in and if you see this, so अगर आप यहाँ देख रहे हो तो यहाँ देखो एक ये पोर्ट है ना, बंद हो गया है. So can you see this? The port is blocked here. Okay, so why it is blocked? Because there is a protocol which is actually blocking this protocol, which is called spanning tree protocol. And this is a protocol which is made by Radia Pullman, okay, which is one of the scientists and which is called mother of internet also. Okay, but she do not want to accept this. So she invented a protocol which is world famous protocol now, which is called STP. Okay, spanning tree protocol. So I will always also give you introduction, okay, who invented this protocol, so that you will have a good idea and you get always inspired that this small topic actually made by someone who is like almost 71 today. Okay, so she actually made this protocol, and she stabilized the LAN networks, because before that LAN networks were completely messy. Okay, so just hold on, I'll come back in 1 minute. Okay, so till the time you guys can see, just let me bring my charger. Okay, Okay. Okay, so somebody is asking what skills we need to learn and become cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so maybe I can discuss this later on. So today's session is dedicated to network engineers. Okay, the people who want to get into network security, network engineer. Yes, cybersecurity people can go for that also. Okay, so spanning tree protocol is very important protocol, and 90% of the interviews what you give in today market, they ask a spanning tree protocol. Okay, let me ask you one question what you may face in the interviews. Okay, so what normally companies ask. Okay, so right now you can see there is this port is blocked, right? So but there is some election, there एक यहाँ पे election होता है इन चारों switches के बीच में. So all the switches are doing some kind of election, and companies generally ask, okay, tell me. Okay, so right now you can see the light, and that's why you understand, okay, that this port is blocked. But companies, what they can do, they can ask you this device, okay, like these four devices are connected together. Okay, okay, now tell me which port will be blocked. So they ask you this question directly. तो ये एग्जैक्टली क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. चार स्विच बना देंगे आपको. ओके, सो दे विल डिजाइन लाइक दे विल गिव यू फोर स्विचेस और थ्री स्विचेस. दे विल आस्क यू, ओके, so this is the MAC address of this device, this is the so there is a election process what we need to understand in STP, and most of the companies are asking spanning tree protocol scenario based interviews. Okay, so this is one of the most hot topic you need to understand. And if you do not learn STP very well, so half of the interviews you are not going to crack in the network domain. So STP is one of the most important topic. And again, this topic, which is TCP, UDP, and OSI model, is also very important. So then we are going to understand about wireless technologies, which is called wireless LAN. Okay, so we need to understand what is this wireless, how you can configure a wireless network. Okay, so suppose you have a lot of devices. Okay, suppose a lot of computers we have in the market. Okay, so in your company, a lot of wireless devices, wireless machines are there. Okay, so you need to connect them with the what we call Wi-Fi devices, right? So आपको कुछ ऐसा करना पड़ेगा. So maybe you need to place the access point. Okay, then all the computers are going to connect them with Wi-Fi. So you can see some signals, and these Wi-Fi devices then connected to these switches. Okay, so maybe these switches. Okay, so now all the computers are going to get the power, how to give them IP addresses. Okay, how computers get automatically IP address. So means at the end of the you can see after these topic like till level 1 level 2, after that we come to the module 3, which is connectivity. Then we understand what is router. Like first we do network basic, then we understand IP addressing, network components, then we do some switching part. Okay, like this is switching. Then we go to the routing part. So what is this routing part? Like configuration of routers. Okay, we will go to the routing part now. You can see a folder here, and you can see we have a lot of labs here. And suppose we want to configure a router. Okay, like we have routers also. Okay, so we will learn a lot of things in the routers. Okay, so this is our router. Suppose these are Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata. And so don't worry if you are excited about these labs. So we give you this lab for almost 4 months, 24/7. And there is no limitation. You can do as much labs you want. Okay. So you can see we have to turn on these devices. Okay. Again, if you use packet tracer only, some commands do not work on packet tracer. Packet tracer is a free software from Cisco. You can do a lot of labs here, but not fully. Okay, because there are a lot of things what we do in real industry, and those commands do not work on packet tracer. Let me show you. If you go to this router, okay, so you can see this is the same commands like how we enable the switch. Okay, this is like one of the basic router we have. Okay, and maybe we have router here also in the packet tracer. Okay, so maybe let's call this router. Okay, so if you go to the commands, okay, this is the so when you type this command like show interface, okay, when we give IP to the devices, Okay, so you can see there is a command here. So show description, show interface description. You can see this command is not working on packet tracer, and it is one of the most important command in IT networks. Okay, why it is important? Because you do not able to see which interface is going to LAN, which interface is going to WAN. Okay, let me show you here. So my router is almost enabled. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं ना जो नॉर्मल like if you attend like any, thank you Ravi. Okay, so you can see here. Yeah, so router is powered on now because these are the same software images mostly like what we have in the Cisco routers. Okay, so you can see it is taking little time. Okay, so now if you see show in, so suppose if I configure any interface, maybe uh, okay, suppose this is my WAN interface, because in companies we configure these devices, and maybe we have another interface which is my LAN interface. Okay, so why I was telling you that packet tracer is good, but sometimes it does not show you the correct output. Okay, like show interfaces description. So you can see, we can see directly from here. Okay, this FA00 cable, you can see FA00 cable is going to my LAN port, and FA01 is going to my WAN port, because I have given the description commands. But if you run these commands in packet tracer, description command will work. But if you try to see the output will not be here. So this is very, very important. And this is why we prefer packet tracer for 30-40% practical. And that's why we have invested a lot and we have built our own labs. Okay. So this is the highest important thing you need to understand when you join the CCNA, CCNP, and when you learn directly from engineers. Okay. So many people say that why we, because we talk, whenever you call at networkings, we directly, our first line is learn from engineers. This is our slogan of our company. So why we say this? Because we are from industry, we know what is actually implemented in industry. We have worked in industry for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. So that's why we say this line, and this is not a problem. Okay, so why? Because when you join any local centers in the market, they do not have industry experience, and that's why they lack in these small things. And this is very important. Small things will help you to boost your career. CCNA तो बहुत लोग पढ़ा रहे हैं, right? So I'm not talking about they are not teaching well. I'm saying, but there is a difference between when you learn from the industry engineers and when you learn from the normal trainers. I'm just talking about the difference. Okay, maybe you will not able to understand maybe that okay, in real world how we do. ओके, तो रियल वर्ल्ड में क्या हो रहा है वो जानने के लिए, ओके, सो टेल ऑनेस्टली, जस्ट यूज योर ब्रेन, हु विल टेल यू द एग्जैक्टली थिंग, द पीपल हु वर्कड ऑन दोस काइंड ऑफ नेटवर्क्स, राइट? So this is why I'm still taking batches in networkings and still mostly uh, okay, so Sagar, this is a 4 months live batch. Okay, and I hope you understand live batches are comes with a lot of efforts. We will teach you more than 100 plus hours. Okay, so this batch, what we are going to start, it is going to be almost take 100 to 120 hours of live training with the 4 months lab access, 4 months live classes, 4 months live doubts. Okay, and you will be connected with the networkings after the course also. Okay, we will help you to go on our chat platform where you can discuss doubts, you can ask live. So definitely 4 months courses are not free. So if you need free content, okay, you can go to our YouTube channel. There are already 500 plus videos available. Okay, you can always discuss. But yes, if anybody is serious about their career, they need proper structure, they need proper guidance, they need live doubts. Okay, they want to ask directly live. Okay, so they have to join in live sessions. Okay, because we are here to help you. Okay, so that's the difference between free and paid. Because paid is that somebody is putting a lot of efforts and we are giving you the labs because labs are taking a lot of resources, right? ऐसी internet की lab नहीं बन जाती. Okay, so you need a lot of servers, you need internet connection, and it's not a normal internet connection. You need proper dedicated internet connections for which cost more than 2 lakhs or maybe more than that. Okay, so it, like, we have invested a lot, and that's why uh, we are not able to give this for free. Right, if maybe if India government can fund us to provide free trainings, we will definitely do that in future. But as of now, any company requires money to run their operations. Okay, simple fact is that, and we are working hard so that we can earn bread and butter. Like, suppose if you learn the course and if you get a job, you will also not work for free. You will also need salary. So networkings gives salary to us. I hope you get more clarity now. Okay, but still, if your pocket do not allow right now, you can always go to our YouTube channel. You can explore our website. Okay, there are some free courses available, which are maybe 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, but this is more than 120 hours of course. Okay. Okay, great. If you got the point. So after that, we understand all the things about router, routing protocol. So this is static routing, OSPF and all. Okay, then how? So now after that, we understand about network address translation. Okay, and then network time protocol. Okay, dynamic host configuration protocol. So simple network management protocol. So these are some advanced features. So what do I mean? So when you understand routing, okay, because routing is more important topic. Okay, switching, routing, switching, like understanding of routers, understanding of switches. So when you understand both routing and switching, then you will be able to understand and create a diagram. Okay, what type of diagram? The same type of diagram I have shown you, okay, during the initial stage of this session. Okay, that we help you to do a lab. Okay, which is like a kind of a real kind of a lab. Okay, because most of the companies have this type of design, as I mentioned. So this is the same lab we have here. So you can see this is 80-90% of the enterprise companies have this kind of structure. Okay, they have normal access switches, and then they have multi-layer switches, then they have the routers, and the routers are connected to the ISP. Okay, so till this, so when you understand routing, so it means you will be able to configure routers. So when you understand switching, then you will be able to configure switches. Okay, and then when you learn about these technologies like NAT, okay, which means convert private IP into public, means to access internet. तो अगर किसी भी राउटर पे आपको इंटरनेट चलाना है, so if you want to run internet on any router in today world, if you want these computers access internet from this router, you need a technology which is called NAT. Okay, NAT के बिना इंटरनेट चलना मुश्किल है. Okay, so it is like you need a public IP, okay, on the computers also, but 99% of the time we need NAT in IP version 4. In IPv6, okay, NAT is not required. We can still give public IP addresses in the IPv6 thing, okay, because IPv6 has a lot of IPs. So why we need NAT? Because we do not have to buy IP addresses for every user. Okay, so what normally company do? So they use a free addresses, and then they all their free IPs then convert into paid IP. Okay, simple. Let me create a simple thing. So when you need internet, okay, so you need a IP address which is called paid. Okay, and when you connect computers in the companies, in the universities, they are free. Okay, so inside your company, inside your college, they are free IP addresses. And if you want to go to internet, these free IP addresses will convert into paid. And then because you can't go to internet without paid IP, free IP cannot go to internet. Okay, because every company, every college is using free IP addresses. So then this topic is required to learn, that is NAT. Okay, then network time protocol. We understand the devices, how to set timing, everything here. Okay, and then how computer get automatically IP. So when you go to college, when you go to office, you connect to your computer and automatically you get internet access. But behind the scenes, how this router give IP address to this computer, or maybe if you have like a server, how the machine gives गेट आईपी एड्रेसेस ऑटोमेटिकली. तो कैसे इंटरनेट ऑटोमेटिकली चलता है जब आप सुबह जाके वाईफाई ऑन करते हो ऑफिस में या लैपटॉप ऑन करते हो. ओके, सो व्हेन यू गो टू ऑफिस, व्हेन यू टर्न ऑन योर लैपटॉप, so how your devices get IP addresses automatically, how you access internet. So these are the things we are going to learn, and then some log protocols like SNMP and syslog. Okay, and so, and after that we understand some security fundamentals. Okay, like what are threat, vulnerability, exploit, mitigation. Okay, so this is very good if you want to get into cyber security, so you get some basic idea of security as well. Okay, so you can ask TechChip, I think, so you can raise ticket with the team, they will give you. Okay, so security program, user awareness, physical access. So means these are basic fundamentals again. And then virtual private networks. Okay. So I'll be able to pass the exam after training. Of course, 99% I would say definitely yes. Because 1% depends on your learning also. 99% of you will be able to pass the CCNA certification because we have a very good rate. And most of the people now actually they are not giving CCN exam, because now you can directly write a CCNP exam. तो आप डायरेक्ट CCNP एग्जाम दे सकते हो आज की डेट में. आपको CCNA पर पैसा लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू डू नॉट हैव टू इन्वेस्ट मनी इन द CCN एग्जाम, because if your target is bigger, then you do not need the basic exam. Why to invest $300 plus taxes in CCNA, rather than you can invest that money in CCNP or maybe in further course. So this, in the same amount you will be able to learn firewall, like Palo Alto firewall from us. Okay, I'm just taking an idea. So suppose you give CCNA exam in around $350. Okay, so in less than this amount you will be able to learn a good firewall, which is very important for your career. You will be able to spend that amount in learning firewall training, because it will help you to understand how you protect the company networks. So I'm just giving an idea. So rather than investing in the season exam, you can put that money and learn a firewall from us, or maybe from wherever you want. Okay, okay, just hold on. Okay, my cam, yeah, on. Okay, so this is till now, and then you understand about some wireless topics again, little bit, and then so till now this is what we call CCNA content. Okay, and little bit of automation, how the automation work, what are northbound APIs, southbound APIs, DNA center. Okay, so these are like the basic of automation, just the overview. Okay, you can say. Okay, and little bit of configuration is maybe we can show you. Okay, so this is what we learn in CCNA. Okay, and then the this is the papa of a CCNA, papa of CCNA, or the father of or the parent of a CCNA is like CCNP, because it's a professional level exam. Okay, that's why it is called Cisco Certified Network Professional. And so when you get CCNP, okay, so there are 13 reasons to get certified. Okay, so first of all, you get a knowledge, because CCNA will give you basic knowledge, but CCNP can give you more advanced knowledge, and it can bring lot of opportunities for you. Okay, then you enhance your skills in the market, because when you put on your resume that you have CCNP, or maybe you have a latest technologies on your resume, you get more skill set you can add in your resume, you get more validation in the market, you get more credibility in the market, right? Because that this guy CCNP, so CCNP is treated as a big thing in the market still now. So CCNA is like, yeah, he is CCNA. So CCNP, oh, he is CCNP. So this is what I'm talking about. So CCNP को थोड़ा ऊंचा दर्जा दिया जाता है, right? So it's because it's a professional level certification, and this is like if you learn from in a very good perspective. Okay, why my camera is getting off? Is just hold on. Okay. Okay. Okay, just hold on. Okay, yeah, it's better, I think. Okay, so after that, responsibilities, because companies are not going to treat you okay. So he is just a CCNA guy. No. Okay, so shall we give him responsibility or not? So when you become a L2 engineer, which is like after CCNP, so you get more responsibilities. So let me give you a real world example. So when I was in my college, I completed my CCNP when I was in my college. Okay, this is I'm not lying. Okay, because many people say that, oh man, you are joking, how you can do CCNP in college. Okay, but we do have I can show you that, yes. So there is a website. When you give exam on Pearson View, you can see always the dates on which date you have given exam. Okay, so uh, like uh, I have given exam. Okay, so maybe in my next session I can show you. Okay, but I have given exam in my college days and I got CCNP certified in my college itself. एंड व्हाट हैपन बिकॉज ऑफ दिस. तो इससे फायदा क्या हुआ मुझे, दैट when I joined my company, I directly got L2 level. I never worked on L1. Okay, so this is why I'm telling you. So CCNP can add a lot of value, and my starting salary was not that great, but it was like 4.5. Okay, 4.5 lakhs in India. So I started because I have not done BTech or something from IIT college, right? So I was from a normal tier 2, tier 3 college, what we call. Okay, from Punjab, Chitkara University. Okay, if anybody from Chitkara, hi. Okay, so after that, uh, like uh, I have cleared CCNP, and due to this, after like 5 months of hard work, I got a job as a L2 engineer. This is the thing you get in directly after CCNP. So you build confidence because you get more skills. So definitely you will be having more knowledge. Okay, so more value definitely. Okay, versatility, that you will be able to configure other things as well, not just stick to router configuration. Okay, you will be able to discover your interest, opportunities, and you will be able to get a lot of opportunities, because CCNP is one of the in the top 10 certifications in the world today. Okay, hireability. Okay, so you can it's like similar opportunity, hireability. Okay, you will be able to get hired. Okay, salary increment and lifelong learning. Okay, so these are the things what you get after getting certified. And I would highly recommend everyone, if you want to get into networking, I would highly suggest you to make this CCNP as your first certification. And if you have extra money, you can always spend on CCNA also. Okay, but I told you the same amount what you spend in CCNA, you can spend in our training program. And with the CCNP, you can learn Palo Alto firewall or any firewall in the same amount, and directly you can write CCNP exam. Okay, so to get CCNP, you need to clear two exams. One is CCNP Encore, and one is called CCNP anything. Okay, what do I mean by anything? That to clear CCNP enterprise, so one is mandatory exam which is called Encore. एक तो भाई ये mandatory exam है. Okay, so Encore is called the mandatory exam. Okay, so you can see this is the mandatory exam. Okay, ये तो आपको clear करना ही करना है. You have to pass this exam. Okay, along with this, you need to clear one more exam, and you can choose any of these. ये 6 में से आप कोई भी exam दे सकते हो. So we have 6 optional exam. You can give one more exam and you become CCNP certified. Okay, so definitely NRC is one of the hot certification also. Okay, I would highly suggest you to go for an RC training, but nowadays SD-WAN has a good demand. So what I recommend you right now in 2023, okay, go for Encore exam plus go for SD WAN exam, which is 300,415. Okay, so it means you need to learn three modules: Encore, NRC, and SD WAN, which is ENSDWI. Okay, so learning training perspective से आपको तीन मॉड्यूल सीखने हैं. Okay, so that you have to go for Encore. Okay, after that, once you complete this batch with me, CCNA plus Encore, okay, then I would recommend you can go after this, you can go for NRC and SD-WAN. Okay, like you are getting Encore here. So 4 months CCNA plus CCNP Encore, and after again 4 months, you will be able to attend CCNP NRC plus CCNP SD-WAN. And within 7 to 8 months, you will become fully CCNP certified with SD-WAN knowledge. And this is the current demand of the industry today. Okay, that people are looking for SD-WAN, and not just you learn SD-WAN, you become SD-WAN certified also. Okay, so this is what I recommend. And what we learn in Encore, again, we understand about a lot of technologies: HSRP, VRRP, GLBP. We understand the wireless in more detail. We understand SD-WAN, but it is like overview of SD-WAN. So what is SD-WAN? So ये जो SD-WAN है ना, ये बहुत ज्यादा मार्केट में नाम चल रहा है इसका. What is this SD-WAN? It is like one of the like most demanding thing in the market today, because every company is deploying SD-WAN. Okay, so when you see the SD-WAN lab, okay, so let me show you. Suppose uh, okay, yeah, we can open this lab. Okay, so you see this lab, and it's a very highly CPU intensive lab. बहुत ज़्यादा resources खाती है. So this lab needs 64 GB RAM. 64 GB RAM. But again, I'm telling you, you do not need to install 64 GB lab in RAM in your laptop. So you will be able to get these labs, okay, from networkings. But SD-WAN labs are very difficult to manage. Okay, it's very, very difficult to manage. Okay, but still we are trying our best, and we are trying, and within next few months or years, we can easily say that we provide the best SD-WAN lab. Okay, there are some challenges, I am telling you honestly. Okay, many people who joined our SD-WAN, they are facing little difficulties. Okay, but we are trying our best. We will give them extension on the SD-WAN, but still it is one of the best in the market today. Okay, so still we are one of the best. We have the one of the best labs in the market, because if you see, mostly 90% people do not give lab access. And if anybody is giving lab access, maybe they are just giving you one lab. Okay, one lab means they will give you one scenario, and everything, all practicals you have to do on one scenario. Okay, but in networkings, we are not giving you one scenario. In every lab, if you go to our Palo Alto, if you go to our CCNA, if you go to our CCNP, okay, so we give you more than like 50 to 100 labs. Okay, and you can explore all those labs. Okay, so which I'm not using any PPT, Akshay. I'm just uh, I think you are asking about Cisco PPT. Okay, let me share this link with you. So those who are asking about I hope you got the link. Okay, so I've shared in the chat. Okay, so SD-WAN is again one of the topic we understand. SD access, we will understand the SD access technology. Okay, means we need to understand the technology here. Then we understand about the quality of service. Then we understand about the switching topics in detail. Because in CCNA you get an overview, but in CCNP you understand the more detailed version of switching. Okay, then we understand about virtualization technologies. Okay, GRE tunnel, IPsec. IPsec is one of the hot topic in market today, because when you learn firewalls, when you learn SD-WAN, IPsec topic is very important. So we are going to understand IPsec. We are going to understand GRE tunnel. Okay, so there are VXLAN concept, LISP, Lisp concept, what we are going to see. Okay, and after that, we are going to understand again what is ether channel, how to bundle the links together. Because in the lab, I have shown you that this is the bundle. Okay, ये जो दो लिंक दिख रहे हैं ना आपको, ये बीच में हमें बंडल करने पड़ते हैं. So these are two links. We need to make them combine. Okay, so we need to combine these links together. Okay, so this is what we have to learn. Okay, just hold on here. My camera is very bad today. Okay, but no worries. I'll try to. Okay. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, I think it's better now. Okay. Okay, leave it. Okay, so after that, we understand EAGRP, OSPF, okay, all these protocols, and then we understand wireless, IP services. Okay, means everything CCNA with more advanced knowledges and core. Okay, and it has automation topics also. It has IPSLA, which is called tracking. Okay, like if your Airtel link is down, how your router track Airtel is down. Okay, so these are the things we are going to configure, and then we understand about security features like ACL, COPP. Okay, and then some wireless securities. Okay, so some theory concepts of network security, and then about the network automation. Okay, how we are going to configure basic scripts. Okay, what is this chef, Ansible, Puppet, and all. Okay, so after these two modules, you will be having very good knowledge on CCNA, CCNP. And so once you complete 4 months with us, okay, or like with this module, you will be able to understand the networking. You will be able to do these practicals in more detail. Okay, at the end of this program, you will be able to design, and you will be able to implement, you will be able to troubleshoot the issues as well, because I'll show you how you can troubleshoot the networks when you get any problem. Okay, so these are the things we are going to learn, and hopefully we are going to complete this batch in 4 months. Okay, so now let's talk about the timing. So this batch, what I'm going to start. So if anybody wants to join, okay, so we are going to start. Okay, you guys can ask questions now. And okay, so sir, MPLS video is there on YouTube. I think its basic video is already there on MPLS. You can check. Sir, batch कब से start हो रहा है? Okay, so batch is starting the first class I'll be taking. So earlier I thought I'll be starting from 5th March, but today we discussed with the team, and this will be like we will be starting the first. Okay, this is my tight schedule. I'm taking little ये batches मेरे चल रहे हैं. Okay, so currently this batch I am expected to start from the 8th March. Okay, 8th March, 7th March, sorry. Okay, so 7th March will be a orientation day. Okay, orientation means that we are going to set the expectation, what we are going to learn. Okay, today, so that we do not waste time on 8th March. Okay, 7th March. That's why I have taken this session, so that you understand what we are going to cover. Okay, so this is orientation day where we discuss, we will see from which countries people are joining. Okay, what experience do you guys have? Okay, what is your expectation from the batch? Okay, means we will just talk to each other and we see and understand each other. Okay, and it is like more of orientation day. Okay, and then from the next week, from 14th March, okay, hopefully that we will start the official classes from 14th, because there is Holi also, I think on 8th or 7th, I don't know exactly. Okay, that's why we are thinking to start after Holi. Okay, which is, if anybody do not know, Holi is a festival of colors. Okay, so CCNA, CCNP, I'll be starting from the 14th March, and then we keep going on, and this batch like is going to run till like March, April, May, June, and by end of June or maybe in mid of July we are going to complete this batch. And this is only on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, and the timing will be 10 p.m. Okay, so the batch what I'll be starting. Okay, so CCNA plus CCNP and core. Okay, so this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, and the timing is 10 p.m. India timing. Okay, you can convert India time into your zone. India timing raat ko. Okay, India timing, and it will run till 90 minutes minimum. Okay, and it can go up to 2 hours also. So 10 to 12 or 10 to 11:30 depends on the topic. Sometimes the topic is lengthy, so we will go and stretch till 10 to 12. Okay, and normally we will run 10 to 11:30. Okay, 4 to, okay, I'm just giving an idea. It will take 4 months or maybe it can take 5 months. But again, I am telling you, I know my starting date. Okay, the end date will depend on the batch to batch, because some live batches take a lot of time to understand. So this is why I do not rush and I go slow. So that's why sometimes my batches go from 4 months to 5 months. Okay, so that's why I'm saying I do not know the end date. I know the starting date, and that's the 7th March. Yes, Nirmal, NRC क्लास तो होगी यार, कैसा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो? Okay, so this will be starting from, okay, so how you can join this batch? Okay, uh, so you can join the batch with the two ways. Okay, the first thing, like you will also get this brochure. My team will share with you. Okay, and if you want, I can share maybe right now. I don't know. The link looks very difficult. Okay, I think let me short it down. Okay, so हाँ एक ये छोटा लिंक बनाया मैंने. Okay, so let me try if my small short link will work or not. No, the brochure, you have to connect with the team. Okay, so how you contact networkings? So there are two ways. The first, the genuine way, what I recommend you. Okay, so that we understand. Okay, so you go to our home page only. Okay, you do not have to visit here and there. You go to this website directly right now, okay, which is nwkings.com. Okay, and on the side you can see. Okay, so this is the website I have highlighted, nwkings.com, and you can direct a guidance call from our counselor. So the counselor will discuss with you what is your current job, okay, what is your city, okay, where are you working, what is your expectation. So just three, four normal questions, and then you have to choose here that I'll be interested this CCNA plus CCNP enterprise. So this is the option you have to choose, or maybe yeah, so just the third option you have to choose and the fill this form. Okay, the second thing, if you do not want to wait and right now you want someone to connect right away, because many people they do not have patience, they really want fast response. And if you need that fast response right away, you can also WhatsApp my team, but do not do both, because if you fill a form and you do WhatsApp, then you get do two different counselors, which will actually confuse you and us also. Okay, so either you contact us on our website, fill the form on homepage, or maybe directly you can WhatsApp our team. Okay, so that WhatsApp number also I've shared in the chat. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp number. Okay, so if you want to WhatsApp us, okay. Okay, so when you WhatsApp, please make sure when you type WhatsApp, you see that you are connecting with the networking's official account with a green verified tick. Okay, so that you do not just directly connect with any other one, because there are some people who just put any in the comments, they can put any number. So आपको ये देखना है कि यहाँ पे green tick हो. Okay, and you can WhatsApp to networkings. Okay, so these are the two ways to connect with us, and व्हाट इज माय एक्सपेक्टेशन, व्हाट नॉलेज यू शुड हैव ऑलरेडी, तो क्या आपको ऑलरेडी आना चाहिए? ओके, तो आपको बेसिक फंडामेंटल आने चाहिए, मतलब आईटी के। ओके, दैट व्हाट इज कंप्यूटर, व्हाट इज रैम, व्हाट इज ऑल दोज बेसिक बेसिक थिंग्स। एंड इफ यू डोंट नो दीज थिंग्स, अगर आपको बेसिक भी नहीं आते, इफ यू डोंट नो द बेसिक्स, let me give you the basic course, okay, which is IT fundamental right away, which is free. Okay, so IT fundamental के पैसे नहीं लेंगे भाई। Okay, that is free, and this course is also like normally people charge. Okay, so we are giving you this right away because all of you have attended the free session, free webinar, and this is why we are giving you also. If you do not want to join this batch right away, okay, but trust me, I'm taking this batch CCNA plus Encore after almost 1.5 years. Okay, because I am already taking an RC too much. So after like 2 years, I'm taking after 1.5 or 2 years, I'm taking the Encore batch. Okay, and core is mandatory exam, those who want to get certified. Okay, so this is the free course link which I'm sharing. Okay, if you don't know, if you can't attend this, you can go to our website learn.nwkings, from where you get the course. Okay, and you can check here also. Okay, so this is the free course. So if you really loved this session, you can say awesome in the chat so that it can boost and I can take these sessions oftenly. या कोई स्माइली डाल दो. Okay, so this is the free IT fundamentals, and there are few other basic fundamental courses available on YouTube. Okay, available on our website also. So you can always attend the free courses. Okay, and free education should be definitely, basic fundamental should be free. Okay, but advanced concept free karna tough hai yaar. Okay, because we have to put a lot of time, energy, efforts, labs. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, so Networkings is a company. We have more than 70 plus team members. तो नेटवर्किंग्स में हम 70 प्लस एम्प्लॉयज हैं. ओके, और टीम मेंबर्स हैं बेसिकली, एंड वी आर डूइंग हार्ड वर्क. वी हैव मोर देन 30 plus engineers who are taking trainings with us. Okay, so thank you all for joining this session. It was really good to interact with you. Okay, but I can't interact with you right now because I can only read your messages. But I love interacting like when people ask me verbal questions. Okay, thank you all. Bye bye. Good night. See you. I hope everyone got the free course, and just wanted to check how many of you connected. Fill the form so that we understand how many people are joining. And because I do not want to delay this batch, it depends on your interest level, and the timing is perfect, 10 p.m. in the night. So only the problem, uh, yes, yes, Manish, आप पूछ सकते हो हिंदी में भाई. Okay, we do understand Hindi also, don't worry. Even in my live batches, people ask questions in English, Hindi, okay, Punjabi also. ओके, तो चलता है, लैंग्वेज कोई भी हो समझ आनी चाहिए. ओके, थैंक यू. Okay, so it's my dinner time. I'm already late, so I'm closing. You can ask your questions in the comment. Okay. Thank you all. I hope you guys will be joining the batch. And I do not want anyone to miss class. Join from the day one, and the admissions are open. And you guys can join. Already, I think 50 plus candidates have already joined. Okay. So thank you. Bye bye. Take care.